Hi, I'm Tom Winter, and this is SEO in 2024 Additional Insights.
Tom, what's your additional insight for SEO in 2024?
So my additional insights for 2024 is actually to change your mindset and how you use AI, to go with something that I call Cyborg Method. So to team up with AI, but in a little bit different way than it was in 2023. So when AI was introduced, we got chat way of talking to AI. And to be honest, we used a lot AI in the way that we thought we can use it. So in kind of a search engine way. So we asked questions to retrieve data from AI, leaving a lot of space for AI for interpretation. The problem is that we got regurgitated content that we could produce some fluff, empty content, and we can hear about it like a lot on LinkedIn that AI is basically empty and shallow content. The problem with that and how to fix it is actually to feed AI with data, because instead of using AI as a search engine, I treat it more as a logical engine. So it's really great with analyzing stuff. It knows a lot. It's really intelligent. I'm not saying it's not. But at the same time, if you feed it with data and information and context that you want it to go after, it produces a lot better content.
Understood. Okay, so this is with an end goal. This is to feed AI with the highest possible quality data, the highest possible quality prompts with the view for it to produce the highest quality possible content for you.
Yes, but also do it in a structured way. So for example, if we're a human, like when we're producing content, we're dividing it into specific structure. So we are dividing it into steps. First, we're making like research, then we're producing a brief. So we're doing an outline, then we're looking for keywords, then we're writing the article, then we're optimizing the article for SEO, and so on and so forth. There are multiple steps, but at the moment, what I see people are doing, they expect AI to do it all in one step. It makes no sense. Like if we as humans can't do it in one step, why do we expect from AI to do it in one step? Like this is the wrong way of thinking.
So any particular AI we're talking about here?
It doesn't matter. Like whatever you use, if it's like GPT-4o or Gemini 1.5 or Claude Sonnet or Llama or whatever you're using, treat it as a human, kind of. So what would you expect from it to deliver you, and what kind of things you need to deliver to this human so it knows exactly what you're after? And how would you divide the steps for the other human to provide you with information? If you think about AI in this way, you will produce much better things, and you will be able to get from AI much more inputs on the things that you're working on.
So do we have to prompt it the same each time? Because you talk about treating it as if it were human. Humans remember things, so you would like to be able to say something like, well, just remember what you did last time and do it like last time. Is AI at that kind of stage where you can do that?
No, you can't, unfortunately, because it's all based on how AI works. Like you have to understand, and this is not obvious for most people, when you chat with AI, every single time when you answer, AI gets the whole discussion. So it's not that it gets only the last bit that you wrote and it remembers everything that is above. Like you're pushing it the whole discussion. So if you have like really a long discussion, you will feel like, oh, it's not remembering what we talked out like up. Yes, it doesn't, because the context window is limited. And every single time that you answer, we are pushing in all the information above so it can actually analyze. So it doesn't have this kind of memory in the way we think it has. So you have to build kind of a profile of things that you want it to understand and wants to remember, but you have to feed it with it every single time, like every single time that you start a new discussion.
That's a lovely way to put it, to build a profile of things that you want it to understand. So this profile, I mean, can it live off the AI? Can it be some kind of online document that it can reference as part of the ideation process it uses to produce content?
It can, but it's based, the problem is like the technology that you're using. Like, so for example, if you would be using OpenAI technology, that would be the GPTs that you're building, right? So you're feeding GPTs with specific knowledge that you want, but you don't have to use an environment of GPT. I'm a half a programmer, half a marketer. What I try to do, I use it from API's perspective. So I'm building my kind of profiles of things on my side in my database. So I just have to use it in a proper way.
So what would be an example of some elements that you would include in a profile?
Brand voice. Simple as that. Like, so if you want AI to speak in a specific manner, like you need to define your brand voice and you need to feed it to AI. In GPT, again, you have custom instructions that you can actually use for this specific reason. But like in different AI models, like there's probably different ways of doing that.
And what content is AI great at producing nowadays, and what content does it need a little bit of helping hand with?
In my opinion, in all the content, AI needs a little bit of help. When you're producing content, like the main reason why you're doing it is probably to either gain traffic or help your customers to better understand specific topic. What AI is really good at is going after search engine if you feed it with proper data. What AI is not good at is experience. So you, as a special matter expert, you talk to your customers, you know your product team. You see how customers are interacting with your tools, services, whatever you do. You can help out AI to understand how you feel. What's your special matter expertise? This is exactly why Reddit blew up, and probably it quadrupled the traffic in the last couple of months, because there's a lot of expertise there. So you have to combine, in my opinion, in SEO, and this is what Google says in their policy about what's spam and what's not. You have to add value, and adding value means you have to add expertise. We're good at expertise as humans. We, as I said, talk to customers. We have a lot of experience that AI doesn't have.
So you talk about the fact that this cyborg method, as you call it, adds more value to content than you could add before. Is this because you're combining the power of humans and AI, so you're not just relying on one?
Exactly, because we have to feel that we have superpowers. AI has superpowers. When we combine it together, we can actually create something much better, much faster, and just better results.
Will we ever be at a stage in 2 or 3 years' time where we can just leave content to AI and focus on something else?
Hard to say, but if we try, and I think like right now, a lot of people are trying to say that AI is not there and they can create better content. If we still focus on thinking like that, I think we will lose our jobs. That's my opinion. But if we change our mindset into a way of thinking how we can improve what we're doing by combining our powers together with AI, then we're safe. And I think we're important in the process.
So you talk about doing this at scale. What kind of scale should we be targeting?
The question is, what do you want to aim for? So the most important part for me is to actually have KPIs that I want to go after. Like creating content, it's just a tool to get there. Depending on what you want to achieve, we will talk about the scale. So if you feel that you want to quadruple your organic traffic and improve the number of leads, let's think about exactly what kind of steps you need to do to achieve that. Nothing changes when it comes to AI. Nothing changes in the strategy perspective. It's just a tool. I would say use it the best way you can.
Is it possible for brands to compete with this cyborg method or producing content using AI and just producing content using humans?
It's really difficult, I would say, because the ROI doesn't allow. You can improve significantly creating quality content using AI. If you think that you can compete directly using pure humans, I don't believe so. Maybe you have different KPIs that you're after. Again, choose the best method that leads you to the KPIs that you have. If you use AI, that's fine. If you don't, if you feel that humans can bring you better results, do it. But for organic traffic, honest, I don't believe that you are able to compete with tools that use AI because it's just like much faster and much better. AI can go through much, much more data than you as a human. I can't compete with AI in reading 300 pages of text.
Do search engines not detect that the content has been produced by AI and is less likely to want to rank those articles highly and give them traffic?
This is a question that many people ask themselves, but in my opinion, this question is wrong because, in my opinion, people should ask themselves, is the content that I'm producing more valuable for the end user? And how I do it, it doesn't matter. What Google wants, and it says like in their document, highest value to the end user. If you don't deliver value, you're creating spam. And it doesn't matter if you're creating spam using humans or AI. They will de-index spam from the internet. And to be honest, I really love it because in the last few months, actually, Google is doing a great job with removing a lot of spam from the internet, and it's making a lot of space for valuable content. I haven't seen such growth in the last decade. I think in around 2012, I was seeing such growth when I was spamming with backlinks that were basically black hat SEO. Just Google couldn't catch it at that point. They came to a point that they were able to catch it. But with AI at the moment, it's according to Google line.
You talk about creating valuable content. One way to measurably create valuable content is to have some authoritative author associated with that piece of content. Is it reasonable to produce a piece of content in combination with AI, in conjunction with AI, and then to say that that piece of content has been written by a famous author in that particular niche?
I believe that if you're having an input, valuable input into the article, you don't have to explicitly say that you were using AI to edit it or like add additional things, because it's like saying, oh, I used a pen for writing this article, right? Like at the moment, for me, it's an engine that helps me to use the input that I'm giving it to structure it in a way that is digestible for the user. Of course, like if AI is purely using like all the content, like using and writing the whole thing, write it like that. It's written by AI. This is exactly what Google says. But I think everybody right now is using AI in one way or the other to edit their content. If you're using Grammarly, you're using AI.
Good point. So what's your strategy then for deciding what content to focus on? Because to a certain degree, AI opens up the opportunity to write almost limitless articles within our chosen industry sector. So what do we focus on?
So it's all about finding like the way to structure your content calendar. And it doesn't have to be connected with AI, because what I like to do, I'm a data-driven person. I like to find keywords that reflect what I'm going after. And I like when I have my funnel, like so tofu, mofu, bofu, I like to have a mix of all the things, because I don't feel that if I only create bottom of the funnel content, I'm being treated as an author that talks about this specific topic and has like a value of talking about this specific topic. So you have to go after bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and top of the funnel, even if top of the funnel is not converting at all. This is how you create your authority profile. But it's all about data. Like use keywords that your competition is after. Add additional trends like to the content that you want to create. Use AI to find gaps that you're missing on the content that you already have. So the options there are limitless.
You've shared what SEO should be doing in 2024. Now let's talk about what SEO shouldn't be doing. So what's something that's seductive in terms of time, but ultimately counterproductive? What's something that SEO shouldn't be doing in 2024?
So basically, in my idea, like how SEO is working or and SEO experts are working, they should focus less on keyword stuffing and focus more on search intent. Because at the moment, when we see all the ranking factors and all the ranking tools showing you how good you did, so there's like a graph showing like that you're 70-80%, they're mostly focused on keyword stuffing. So they just say like add these keywords 2 times, add this keyword 3 times, and you're good. Like from my perspective, the question is, did I nail the search intent? If I add these keywords, will it make this content more useful, more valuable? It's as easy as that. I'm not saying it's not working at all. I'm saying that according to Google's policy, keyword stuffing is against their rules. Like it's written straight there. So just Google it, Google policy when it comes to content, and read it through. What I'm saying, focus on the search intent, focus on the things that people care about and would like to see in your content. When you do it, it will work wonders.
Tom Winter is Chief Growth Officer and co-founder at SEO Wind, and you can find him over at seowind.io. Tom, thanks so much for adding your additional insight to SEO in 2024.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
I've been your host, David Bain. You've been listening to an episode of SEO in 2024 Additional Insights, a Majestic series that complements the original SEO in 2024 podcast, video series, and book. Find out more at seoin2024.com.